Over 100 people saw something impossible. A creature with glowing red eyes, 10-foot wings, flying at 100 miles per hour, and then 46 people died. This is the story of the Mothman. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, 1966. A small town on the Ohio River. Population, 6,000. For 13 months, something terrorized this community. Something that defied explanation. It appeared without warning. It vanished into darkness. And when it finally disappeared, a tragedy followed. A bridge collapsed. 46 people died, and the creature was never seen again. To understand what haunted Point Pleasant, we need to go back. Back to November 12th, 1966. To two men digging a grave. The year is 1966. November 12th. Clendenin, West Virginia. A cemetery. Midday. Two gravediggers are working, digging in cold earth. Then they hear it. A sound, like wind, but not wind. Something flapping. They look up. Something massive is flying overhead, moving from tree to tree. Not a bird. Too big. Too fast. One gravedigger will later describe it as a brown human being. But human beings don't fly. They watch in silence. The creature circles once, twice, then disappears into the forest. The gravediggers don't report it. Who would believe them? But this was just the beginning. 3 days later, everything changed. November 15th, 11:30 at night. Two young couples are driving. Roger and Linda Scarberry. Steve and Mary Millette. They're near an abandoned munitions plant. Everyone calls it the TNT area. World War II bunkers. Empty for 20 years. Rusting in the woods. The couples are just driving, talking, laughing. Then Linda sees something. Two red lights, glowing in the darkness. At first she thinks they're reflectors, maybe from a car, but they're not reflecting light. They're creating light. Roger pulls closer. The headlights illuminate what's standing there, and they freeze. It's humanoid, 6, maybe 7 feet tall. Wings, huge wings, folded against its back like a cloak. But it's the eyes that Linda can't stop looking at. Red, circular, glowing like bicycle reflectors, but brighter, much brighter. She describes them as hypnotic. She can't look away. You could see muscles in its legs, she'll later tell police. The creature shifts. The wings unfold slightly. Steve yells, "G.O." Roger slams the gas pedal. They're speeding, 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, down the winding road toward Point Pleasant. Linda looks back. It's following them. The creature is flying after their car, keeping pace. Its wings make a whooshing sound, like sheets flapping in wind. Roger pushes the speedometer to 100. The creature keeps up. It's not even struggling. Mary is screaming. Linda is frozen. The men are focused on the road. The creature emits a sound, high-pitched, like a screech mixed with a squeak. It chases them all the way to the city limits of Point Pleasant. Then suddenly it veers off, disappears into a field. Gone. The four sit in silence, breathing hard, trying to process what just happened. Roger speaks first. If I had seen it by myself, I wouldn't have said anything. But there were 4 of us. They drive straight to the police station. The police take their reports seriously. The witnesses are shaken, clearly traumatized. Deputy Millard Halstead knows these people. They're not pranksters, but what they're describing sounds impossible. The next morning, November 16th, the story hits the local newspaper. The Point Pleasant Register. Headline, couple see man-sized bird. Creature. Something. A newspaper editor coins a term. He calls it Mothman. The name sticks. Within hours, the entire town knows about it. By evening, hundreds of people descend on the TNT area, armed with guns, flashlights, cameras. They're going to find this thing. They don't. But over the next few days, more witnesses come forward. 2 volunteer firemen see it. They describe a large bird with red eyes. A woman named Connie Carpenter sees it in broad daylight. November 27th. The only daytime sighting. The creature is still there, and the sightings keep coming. But then something else starts happening. Strange lights appear in the sky. UFOs, some say, hovering over the TNT area. People report receiving strange phone calls. Static. Whispers. Warnings. Some witnesses claim they're visited by men in black suits. Government? Military? No one knows. A journalist hears about the story. His name is John Keel. He's written about UFOs before. Strange phenomena. Unexplained events. He arrives in Point Pleasant in December. He starts investigating, and what he discovers will change everything. John Keel is a professional skeptic. He's investigated dozens of UFO reports. Most turn out to be nothing. But Point Pleasant is different. He interviews the Scarberrys, the Millettes, the firemen, the other witnesses. Their stories are consistent. Too consistent. These aren't people seeking attention. Most are embarrassed to talk about it. Linda Scarberry tells him, "Those eyes. I couldn't look away." Keel spends days at the TNT area, waiting, watching. He experiences strange things himself. Electronic equipment malfunctions. His phone makes bizarre sounds. He sees lights in the sky, unexplained, silent, but he never sees the creature. Not directly. Still, over 100 people report sightings during 1967. Factory workers, teachers, police officers, store clerks, all describing the same thing. 7 feet tall, red eyes, massive wings. Keel starts documenting everything, taking notes, recording interviews. He's working on a book, The Mothman Prophecies. But he doesn't know yet how the story will end. None of them do. It's now late 1967. The sightings have continued for over a year. But something else is happening. Something Keel is starting to notice. Some witnesses report having premonitions, dreams about disasters, visions of accidents. It sounds crazy. Keel knows this, but he can't ignore the pattern. One woman dreams of a plane crash. Days later, a small plane goes down. Another man has visions of fire. A building burns. Coincidence? Mass hysteria? Or something else? Keel doesn't have answers, but he's starting to form a theory. What if the Mothman isn't just a creature? What if it's a harbinger? A warning? What if every time it appears, something bad is about to happen? He shares this theory with a few people. They think he's lost it. Even Keel isn't sure he believes it. But then comes December 15th, 1967, and everything changes. It's Friday evening, 4:58 p.m. Rush hour. The Silver Bridge spans the Ohio River, connecting Point Pleasant to Ohio. It's the main route for commuters, for Christmas shoppers. 37 vehicles are crossing the bridge, 67 people total. The bridge is 39 years old. Built in 1928. Silver aluminum paint. It's carrying its normal traffic load. Nothing unusual. Linda Lane, 18 years old, is in Gallipolis, Ohio, just across the river. She's heading out with her mother. Shopping. She looks toward Point Pleasant, and the bridge isn't there. "Where's the bridge?" she screams. "Where's the bridge?" At that exact moment, hundreds of people hear a sound, like a gunshot or a whip crack. Then the Silver Bridge collapses. Not slowly, not partially. The entire suspended portion, 1,460 feet, folds like a deck of cards. Less than 20 seconds. 31 vehicles plunge into the freezing Ohio River. 46 people die. 2 bodies are never recovered. Charlene Wood, pregnant with twins, is pulled from the water. She survives. Most don't. The temperature of the Ohio River is near freezing. Those who survive the fall die from hypothermia. Rescue crews arrive within minutes. But it's chaos. Cars are submerged. Twisted metal everywhere. People screaming. It's the deadliest bridge collapse in modern American history. and some witnesses will claim they saw something. Hours before the collapse, a large figure with wings standing on a bridge. The Mothman. The investigation begins immediately. The National Transportation Safety Board. Engineers. Inspectors. What caused the collapse? It takes 3 years to find the answer. IBAR 330. A single link in the suspension chain. A crack. Just 0.1 inches deep. Stress corrosion cracking. A flaw that had been growing for 40 years. When that IBAR failed, the entire bridge was doomed. The design had no redundancy. No backup support. One tiny crack. 46 deaths. The disaster leads to new laws. The National Bridge Inspection Program. Every bridge in America now gets regular inspections. The Silver Bridge failure saved countless lives in the long run. But for Point Pleasant, the scars never healed. And the Mothman? After December 15th, 1967, it was never seen again in Point Pleasant. Not once. For 13 months, it had appeared regularly. Dozens of sightings. Then, the day the bridge collapsed, it vanished. Was it a warning? A prophecy? A coincidence? No one knows. So what was the Mothman? Scientists have theories. Theory 1. A sandhill crane. These birds stand 4 to 5 feet tall. They have reddish flesh around their eyes. Dr. Robert Smith, a wildlife biologist, proposed this in 1967. It makes sense. Sort of. Except, sandhill cranes can't fly 100 miles per hour. They're not nocturnal. And multiple witnesses were hunters. They knew local birds. This wasn't a crane. Theory 2. Mass hysteria. After the first newspaper report, people wanted to see something. Power of suggestion. Small town rumors. This explains some sightings. The copycats. The exaggerations. But not the original 4 witnesses. Not the consistent descriptions across 100-plus independent reports. Theory 3. Something unknown. An undiscovered species. A creature science hasn't cataloged. But where's the evidence? No body. No feathers. No droppings. No photographs. In the age of smartphones, why hasn't anyone captured proof? Theory 4. A harbinger. This is John Keel's theory. The Mothman appears before disasters. A warning. Point Pleasant. Bridge collapse. Chernobyl, 1986. Workers reported a black bird before the nuclear disaster. 9/11, 2001. Some claim sightings before the attacks. Unverified. It sounds paranormal. Unprovable. But it's the theory that refuses to die. 1967 wasn't the end. 2017, Chicago, Illinois. Reports start coming in. A large, winged creature. Red eyes. Flying over Lake Michigan. Near O'Hare Airport. Over 55 documented sightings in 2017 alone. Witnesses describe the same thing. 7 feet tall. Massive wings. Red eyes. Sound familiar? The Chicago Mothman. Sightings continue through 2024. No disasters followed. Not yet, anyway. But the descriptions are identical to Point Pleasant. Same creature? Copycat phenomenon? Or is there more than one? Meanwhile, Point Pleasant has embraced its history. The Mothman Museum opened in 2005. A 12-foot steel statue stands downtown. Tourists take selfies with it. Every September, the town hosts Mothman Festival. 10,000 visitors. More than the town's population. It's become an economic lifeline. It's helped the town, local hotel owner Ruth Finley says. Love it or hate it, the Mothman put Point Pleasant on the map. So what's the truth? 57 years later, we still don't know. The bridge collapse is explained. Engineering failure. Simple as that. But the creature? No one has ever proven what those 100-plus witnesses saw. Was it a bird? A hoax? Mass hysteria? Something supernatural? The evidence points in every direction. The skeptics say, Misidentified crane plus small town panic. The believers say something unexplained visited Point Pleasant. The locals say something was there. They saw it. John Keel spent years investigating. He wrote books, gave lectures. He never claimed to have all the answers. He died in 2009. The mystery died with him. But the sightings didn't stop. Chicago, West Virginia. Reports come in every year. Something with red eyes, massive wings, flying in the night. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's everything. Maybe some mysteries are meant to be solved. But one thing is certain. The legend of the Mothman will never die. So what do you think? Was the Mothman real? A misidentified bird? Or something we can't explain? Did it predict the bridge collapse? Or is that connection just coincidence? Let me know in the comments. If you found this investigation fascinating, there's a thumbs up button below. And if you want more unsolved mysteries like this, subscribe. I post every week. Next time, we're investigating the Flatwoods Monster, another West Virginia creature, another night of terror. See you there.